I can't do the eyebrow game. Hey guys, welcome to Olive's Branch. It's so good to see you back here. Yeah. So today I'm going to be telling you guys a rather disturbing story. It disturbs me and I'm pretty sure it'll disturb the majority of you because it's disturbing. So this story happened actually a while ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I think I was like, how old was I? How old am I now? I was about 16 or 17. Me and my family, we used to travel a lot to Egypt. We visited a lot of places while we were out there. And one of the places that we visited was called Luxor. When we went this time, it was so hot. Insert picture right now of the amount of sweat that we produced whilst going in those pyramids. Look at that tan, girl! We were doing a lot of stuff, going through the pyramids, and we went to Tutankhamun's tomb, right? So Tutankhamun was buried in a tomb that was unusually small considering his status. His death happened so unexpectedly that he ended up being buried in someone else's tomb because the tomb that was actually being made for him, like the royal tomb, wasn't ready yet. So Tutankhamun's mummy rests in the Valley of the Kings. This tomb is in Luxor, obviously, where we were. Apparently people would like steal from the tomb and it was like pretty bad. They weren't really respecting the dead. Apparently there is a Tutankhamun curse. This guy called Lord Carnarvon or whatever, he died 4 months and 7 days after opening the tomb. He had a mysterious mosquito bite that led to his death and all this like shazam blam. Basically, if you like fuck with the tomb, things are gonna happen to you. Bad things, because you don't fuck with the dead mummies. Okay? You just don't. And I'm not saying that I like underwent through this curse because I visited his tomb, because I'm still here and I'm alive, touch wood. Anywho, we did this whole touristy thing, didn't think much of it, like we were freaked out and stuff. So then we went back to where we were staying. And our place was 5 hours away from Luxor, so it wasn't actually that close to the tomb at all. I'm not saying that this story like has anything to do with this tomb, like I don't know, it probably has nothing to do with it, but just the fact that it happened so soon after us visiting the tomb just freaks me out. So anyway, we go back. That evening, me and my sister are just chilling outside on the terrace. All of a sudden, my phone just suddenly starts ringing and it's an unknown number. That's kind of weird, but I usually pick up unknown numbers. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I'm always like, ooh, curious, who's this? I picked it up. It kind of starts like, it's like a fuzzing kind of sound. So it's like not a clear line, basically. And then there's this like guy's voice on the end of the phone going like, hello. Really fucking like creepy. Hello. And I was like, hi? Like, do I know you? Hello? Previously, we also met up with some like Egyptian boys. We like made friends with them and we thought they were playing a trick on us. Obviously, you would assume, like you wouldn't think, oh, it's like a fucking demon. Okay, yeah, it's probably one of the guys playing a joke on us. Ha ha, very funny. So not funny. We kind of like hung up because he literally kept going like, hello. That was weird, but whatever, forget about it. Let's just like continue chilling. Not even like 1 minute has passed. Like this is like under a minute and the phone rings again. I'm like to my sister, you know what girl, let's find out who's messing with us and let's mess back with them. I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello, who is this? And the voice on the end of the phone goes again, hello. But then he adds, my name is XX. And I'm like, I don't know an XX. It's not in my contact list, boy. I don't have you on my Facebook. You're not on my Instagram. We don't know each other. After that, I'm like, okay, hi, I'm like, do I know you? How do we know each other? Like, I'm trying to speak to him like a normal human being. I'm like, okay, should we just like communicate here to find out who you are? And then he keeps going, hello, my name is XX. Hello. Whoa, dude. Don't know you. Dude, I'm hanging up. This is too weird for me. Like, put my phone to the side. I'm like, okay, let's just ignore that. Like, this is some weirdo. He's messing with us. It's not funny. Whatever. He's gonna stop calling eventually if we don't pick up. He keeps calling and calling, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. So we ignore like the next 2 calls. And on the 3rd one, I'm like, for goodness sake, like, can you stop calling me? So I pick up the phone, and the guy's like, hello, my name. And I'm like, I know, you're XX. I know, I've heard it before. What do you want, XX? And he's like, bring money to Luxor. And me and my sister are like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about right now? Like, what? What money? Bring money. And he's getting like a little bit more like agitated. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what money? Bring money. Like, he just keeps repeating the same damn thing. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, if you want me to bring money, A, you should probably tell me what address, because where am I gonna put the money? You know what I mean? B, like, why do you want this money? Like, what do you need this for? And C, how? Why for me? How do you know me? Going on and on, telling me his name and that he wants money. After after I hang up because I get frustrated because I'm like, this is creepy, first of all, and second of all, you're not even telling me details, so how am I supposed to communicate with you? I'm gonna bring a bag of cash and be like, where am I putting it? It's gotten to the point where it's too far, there's a random person calling me, asking me for money, feels like he wants to kill me, I don't know what to do. Where we were staying, there was a security guard on site, and he obviously spoke Arabic because, you know, he was Egyptian. He spoke some English as well. We're like, maybe we should ask the security guard to like translate, to actually try and speak to this person. Maybe he just doesn't speak English, so he can't go on from my name is XX and giving money to Luxor. Then, surprise, surprise, he calls again. I pick up the phone and I'm like, hello, and surprise, surprise, hello, my name is Luxor. I mean, XX. And then he starts to speak in Arabic and I'm like, oh my god, great, this is good. I mean, it's good because we've got the security guard, so we're like so excited and hyped that the security guard is gonna like actually solve our problems right now. I go to the security guard and I'm like, hey dude, like I know you don't speak much English. This guy keeps calling me on my phone, like can you try and speak to him so then you can try and understand and tell me what he's saying in Arabic. Like he kind of gets me, but he doesn't really know what I'm saying, but he takes the phone anyway. And then he starts speaking to the guy. Legit, they have like a good like 3-4 minute conversation, and that's quite a long time. He's like laughing and everything, and they're having like a proper convo. Okay, like is this good? Is this good that he's laughing? Maybe he's like, oh yeah man, it's a prank call, yeah, haha, la 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 la, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool, so maybe this is like a prank call and he's telling him and he's laughing about it and we're all gonna have a good time in a minute. He goes to me, I don't understand what he said. Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean you don't understand? Like, wait, what? Weren't you guys speaking the same language? Weren't you just speaking to him in Arabic? And he goes, no, sorry, I don't understand. Don't fuck with me right now, old man, okay? And he goes, sorry, I can't help, I don't understand. Okay, fine. He was like trying to hit on one of us as well at the same time. I was like, mate, this is not the right time to be hitting on someone, you know what I mean? Like, we're about to get murdered, slaughtered, and we need to provide a big bag of cash for some lunatic out in Luxor, so please don't flirt with me right now. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, we get back to where we were chilling before on the terrace. We're like freaked out. We're so freaked out. We're like, okay, maybe he'll just stop calling now. I mean, he did speak to the security guard. Maybe he just told him it was a prank and he was like, okay, yeah, I freaked them out enough. Like, that's fine. We good now. So I'm thinking like, okay, he's gonna stop calling. We're gonna be okay. We're still a little bit freaked out, obviously. I lay my phone down on the side. I'm like, whatever, we're gonna forget about it. We're just gonna enjoy our night and we're gonna stop thinking about this. Surprise, surprise! The phone rings again. Obviously, this guy's not gonna give up. I pick up the phone and I'm like, hey, like, what's up? You know, like, hello. And he goes, again, the same stuff again. Hello, my name is XX. Bring money to Luxor. You spoke to the security guard. What happened? What do you want from me? Why do you keep calling me? Like, what is happening right now? Bring money. This is just like a loop. This is a loop of the same stuff happening. This goes on for about 3 straight hours, honestly, like him trying to call me. And me not understanding what the hell's going on. Eventually, I decided to stop picking up. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna pick up. I'm not going to pick up the phone anymore. And I don't pick up for about like 10 calls. And then after 10 calls, I'm like, for goodness sake, this is getting ridiculous. This is crazy. This is back in the day when I didn't really know that you could just like block a user on iPhone. I should have just done that. I don't know why I didn't. Honestly, like I feel so stupid right now thinking back, going like, bitch, you could have just blocked that guy and he never could have called you again. He calls me again, obviously, and then on this 11th time, or whatever it was, like this ridiculous amount of time, I pick up and I'm like, what do you want? The scariest thing on this planet happens. Me and my sister cried. This is when we cried. We actually started crying. I don't get scared easily. I try to be really brave, but this like scared the living hell out of me. I picked up the phone, I said like, what do you want? And then he starts like speaking to someone in the background, I can hear. And then like the sound starts to get really echoey and whatever, like it's like a, you know in scary movies when they have that like echoey noise like that, I can't even do it, but like freaking scary. All of a sudden we hear just like a scream down the phone, but it wasn't like any ordinary scream, it was like a fucking horror movie scream. Typical like horror movie, like really high pitched like girl scream, and it was so loud, so sharp, and like it like, you know, like the scream was so intense that it hurt our ears. Oh my days. Even now I get like goosebumps thinking about it because it was so disturbing. As soon as we heard that, we like, end call, end call, end call, like we were freaking out. And then after that, we just like started crying because we were so scared, and we were just like went hysterical and we just started crying and we were like, what was that? The guys kept calling and calling again, like it didn't stop, like the calling kept going, but we didn't pick up. After that one, we didn't pick up again because we were literally like scarred for life. I switched off my phone at that point because I was freaking out. We go to bed that night and we're like freaked out, but you know, there's nothing we can do about it. We're just hoping we're not gonna get murdered in our sleep. The next day, I wake up. I turn my phone on, I get the signal and all that, and all the messages, or not messages, like all my like, you know, things start bing, bing, bing coming in on the phone. You know how you do when you like turn your phone on. I had a ridiculous amount of missed calls from this guy, like crazy amount, at about 60. Like, I'm not kidding, it was that bad. Like, he had called me throughout the whole night, the whole morning, until I woke up. He had been calling me every like 10-15 minutes, the whole night. I showed my parents obviously and stuff, and I was like, guys, this is so messed up. We were leaving Egypt the next day anyway, so thank God for that. Like, we were going away back home. All I did was literally just like snap my SIM card in half and I threw it in the ocean. Since then, I haven't obviously heard anything from these people. I honestly have no idea what that was, who that was, and why they called me. Like, I don't know what the scream was. I don't know why they called me like 60 times overnight, like every 15 minutes. Like, who fucking does that? Like, what the hell? I have no idea what happened, but it happened, and till this day, me and my sister still talk about it. We're like, what the hell happened that night? Like, what was that? I hope you enjoyed the story. Subscribe and like it if you enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye! Blue flavor.
Oh! That's like a hospital.
No, it's like bubble gum.
Oh, it tastes like medicine. I meant that. I meant not hospital. Oh!